Hi everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working on my Me, Myself, and I project for 2022, and I'm going to work on day 3, 4, and 5. So I went ahead, printed out my photos and my journaling, put them in the pockets. I even grabbed this large number 3 vellum piece and put it in the pocket as well because I knew I wanted to use it and I didn't want to forget, so I just added it in there. I haven't decided how I'm going to use it yet, but I did just slip it into the pocket. So I'm going to start with prompt number 3, which is fear. What are you afraid of? Or what's your worst fear, basically? And I'm going to start by stamping fears. So I've been trying to stick to the same alpha stamp, and this is from the Paper Person shop. I believe it's called Southport, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, as always, I'll link everything in the description box, but I'm going to start by stamping fears right in the center. And then I'm going to grab a different stamp set. It's an old Kelly Perky stamp set. It's one of my favorites. And one of the stamps on that stamp set says, "You're killing me, Smalls." So I'm going to end up stamping that right underneath fears. Now, I literally just talked about what I'm afraid of. And as you can see from the picture, one of the things I'm afraid of is birds and cockroaches. I know they're small, but they're so gross and they freak me out. So I just kind of journaled about that. And I'm going to finish up this side of the spread by stamping a little emoji face. It's kind of funny. It just looks like I'm grossed out. And I'm going to stick down my journaling. I've talked about this. I've been journaling on transparency paper and just sticking it down. I also wanted to add a little bit of color, so I'm going to grab some washi tape and just add that right underneath my journaling and called the side of my spread done. Now for my number 3, I was thinking maybe I should use a vellum piece and kind of do a little layering. And I really like how that looks because I was going to just go ahead and stick it down directly on my photo, but I think the vellum looks pretty cool with the vellum number. So I'm going for it. I punched out my holes. I'm going to grab my stapler and just staple my 3 to it. And I'll also grab a little chipboard that says "No Judgment," and I'm going to stick that directly on my 3 and my vellum piece. So it's just going to look like a fun little interactive element with some layering, and I really like the simplicity of it, and it brought in a lot of texture to this spread. So let's move on to prompt number 4, which is what are you missing at this moment? And I am totally missing my girls. We've been friends since middle school. It's been years, you guys. I can't even count how many years it's been. And I miss them so, so much. We all live in different countries and I just miss seeing them, and it's been ages. So I'm going to be documenting my 2 close friends, and I decided I'm going with craft paper. So I think I talked about this before about a notebook from Archer and Olive with the notepads. I think that's what it's called. And all the craft paper in there was wonky. So I thought this is the best place to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and use that craft paper, and I'm going to use this Feed Your Craft stamp set with the speech bubble to stamp right above my journaling. And that way I can just stamp "Miss You" in the speech bubble. I just thought it would be fun to change it up a little bit and not just stamp my title and kind of add a little something to my title. Once I'm done stamping my title, I'm even going to grab a little heart and stamp it in red right in the center. That's why I kept some space between my words. But I also decided to trim around my speech bubble, just that little bottom portion, because I thought it would be fun to tuck my journaling underneath it. I don't know, I felt like it looked better than just sticking my journaling there. So I grabbed my craft knife. I'm just going to trim around the little speech bubble and then tuck my journaling underneath it. Okay, so I felt like I still needed a little bit of something there, and I felt like I needed to finish my title, if that makes sense. So I grabbed this stamp set. It's all about sisters, and I'm going to stamp sisters right underneath my journaling. So it's basically going to say, miss you sisters. They are basically like my sisters. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that out. And I want to add the prompt number. So because I don't have a lot of space, I'm going to end up using that Studio Calico stamp set that I've been using lately. And I'm going to stamp the circle that says random facts about me. And I'm going to stamp number 4 right in the center, but I'm going to change from black ink to this like almond color, and it matches really well with the craft paper. I'm gonna punch that out with a circle punch, add it to my title. At this point, I'm almost done. I'm just gonna go through my chipboards. I wanted to add some depth to my layout. So I found a little banner that says days like these or days like this or something like that. So I'm gonna use that to add to my photo. And I thought it would be fun to bring in some of that, kind of blue to the opposite side. So I grabbed the circle chipboard with the camera, and I'm gonna add that to my title and call prompt number 4 done. Okay, so let's move on to prompt number 5. So prompt number 5 was, I think, TV shows. And I'm going to document 4 shows I couldn't choose. So I created a little collage. So I'm documenting, I think, Dope Sick, Cruel Summer, Mayor of Easttown, and Murder in the Building, I think. So I love these acrylic pieces from Colorcast Design, and I knew I wanted to use it. So I'm going to do something very similar to day 3. I grabbed a vellum piece, and I'm going to back it up with that must-see TV. I first thought I was going to stick it directly on my photo, but I think the vellum piece looks better, so we're going for it. I'm going to punch my holes, stick down my must-see TV on that vellum piece, and that way this is just going to bring in a lot of texture to my spread and my album. I also really like the little play circle, so I'm going to figure out a way to use it. I thought it would be fun to use it with my title. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stamp this TV screen with the remote right in the center. I love the stamp set. I think it's from the Paper Person shop. And then I'm going to grab that circle and add that right in the center. That way I'm able to use it. I will also be stamping favorite show on both sides of my screen, stick down my journaling, add some washi tape to bring in some color. I'll even add the 1, 2, 3, 4 to my collage just because my journaling was kind of like a list taking kind of thing. So I wanted to add numbers to my photos. So I'm going to end up doing that as well. Now, one thing I forgot to do was add my prompt number, which is okay. I thought I would just go back in and just stamp it in my TV screen, which fits perfectly because I end up using that Studio Calico stamp set to add the number 5 in my TV screen, if that makes sense. But anyways, I am almost done. I'm just going to grab my photos and my journaling cards and add them in my album. And then I call day 3, 4, and 5 done. I hope you have been enjoying watching my Me, Myself, and I project come together. And if you are considering working on your own Me, Myself, and I album, I definitely recommend this size because it's so easy, so quick to put together. And I can't wait to share with you more layouts in my project. Don't forget, I will be linking everything I use down in the description box for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.